What's going on, y'all, man? Week one is in the books for the NFL. I want to tap into this week two. Starting out with tonight's game, I want to give y'all a quick prediction on the NFL games from Thursday night all the way to Monday night. My quick predictions. Hoping for a better week, especially for my team. A way to kick off the season. We had a couple of upsets. We had some big performances. If I had to give, that's what I'm gonna do every week. I'm gonna give you the player of the week for me. I would say for player of the week for week one, I give it to Aaron Rodgers. He had 4 touchdowns, 240 passing yards, and he did this at 41 years old against his former team. I would have gave it to Justin Fields if he got the win, but for this week, I'm giving it to Aaron Rodgers for being an old man, still putting it out there. I thought he was going to go out there and play like shit, but he proved me wrong. So salute to Aaron Rodgers. Anyways, let's get into this Thursday night game. Tonight, we have the Washington Commanders versus the Green Bay Packers at home. As much as I want to go with Washington because I'm a big fan of Jaden Daniels and that young team, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers to win at home just because it's their first game at home. The crowd is going to be wild. It's kind of hard to beat Green Bay in Green Bay up in Wisconsin. This is Micah Parsons' debut at Green Bay, so I expect him to erupt every time he get pressure on Jaden Daniels. I hope he just don't kill my boy. So I'm going to go with the Packers to win that one. Next one, Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens. I was just looking at a couple highlights. The safety on the Browns was talking real crazy. It's talking kind of greasy, saying that they asked him how hard is it to tackle Derrick Henry, and he said it's pretty much easy. And they showed a highlight of him laying Derrick Henry out. But if you watch the highlight I'm talking about that's been posted with the conversation, one of the defenders was already going low, so Derrick Henry was already going down low, and dude came over top, so it looked like he laid him out. But Derrick Henry, they asked Derrick Henry about it, and Derrick Henry said, we're gonna see." So with that being said, I got Baltimore bouncing back after that comeback L that they took from Buffalo Bills. I got Baltimore Ravens winning this one by at least 14 at home, sticking it to Cleveland. They're gonna put pressure on Flacco. And yeah, this Flacco's return game to Baltimore they used to play for, but I think Baltimore going to lock down on that defense. They should have do a better job of guarding Cleveland because they really don't have too many receivers outside of Jerry Jeudy. And if you shut him down, they really ain't got much. So I'm going to go with Baltimore Ravens and win that one. Next, we had the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals defense still look like stir-fry shit. The Bengals offensive line looked horrible. Jags defense looked solid, so I believe they'll get pressure on Joe Burrow, but I believe Burrow's going to have a bounce back game, 200-plus yards, a couple of touchdowns versus that Jaguars defense. They did say Travis Hunter will be playing a little bit more snaps on Jacksonville, which would be good because he's going to be pretty much doing both sides of the ball. But I believe Cincinnati and Joe Burrow get this job done at home. Next fight should be what they call it, a barn burner. The New York Jets versus the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys. First game at home. Dallas should win this one because the Giants. If Russ is starting this week, Russ just looked bad the first week, and I hate to say it, but I think it's about that time that he just need to let it go. Jackson Dart, the rookie that they traded up for in the first round, I believe will be replacing him at least by week 3 or 4. They're not going to let the Giants. If Giants start off 0-3, you can best believe Russ is going to the bench. But Winston is still there. I really wish that Winston can get traded to back up somebody. I really want him to go back up Cam Ward in Tennessee. But we'll talk on that on another subject. But as far as this game go, I believe Dallas wins this game after a close game against the defending champs. They go out there and beat on the New York Giants. That's how you get your lick back. Next game is the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. The Bears took an embarrassing loss. The Lions took an embarrassing loss. This is another divisional game. I got the Detroit Lions winning this one because if the Bears is losing games in Minnesota led by a rookie quarterback in J.J. McCarthy, I believe Jared Goff and them going to just shred these boys. They'll have a bounce back game and look way better than they did week one. So I got Detroit Lions to win that one. Next game, we got the New England Patriots versus Miami Dolphins. I thought the Patriots would have won and played better last week. They did a complete opposite. Miami looked at horrible. Um, I think Patriots can pull this off. Tyreek and Tua, them boys just don't look like they on the same page. And with them not being on the same page, I just think the Patriots gonna be the better team. I think their defense is solid, and if they put pressure on Miami on Tua, it's gonna be an easy win for them. Next, we got uh, San, San Francisco 49ers versus the New Orleans Saints. This is kind of a toss-up game. They just announced that Brock Purdy will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. He ended up out, was it turf toe or shoulder injury, one or two. I know that's two completely different body parts. But their backup is Mac Jones. Mac Jones can move the ball down the field. The Saints defense looked horrible. Spencer Rattler is starting still. Like I said, it just looked like they tanking. Even though they try to be competitive against Arizona, I believe the 49ers get it done on the road. Next, we have Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. Jets blew that game last week versus Pittsburgh. I think Buffalo is going to be one of those top teams to beat. I can't see them losing to the Jets right now. The Buffalo defense is solid. They pretty much solid on both sides of the field. They can still brush up on the defense because they gave up a lot of points versus Baltimore. But the Jets don't have a running back or a quarterback like Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Brees Hall is okay, and Justin Fields is okay, but I think Buffalo can pull it off on the road. Next game, Seattle Seahawks versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not sold on the Seahawks at all. The big cornerback on the Seahawks, Woolen, he was getting cooked the whole game, so I expect Metcalf to. Oh, this is Metcalf back against Seattle. I think Metcalf is going to show out on his former team for them, letting them get traded and move to another team. I think. Well, did he get traded? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got traded. I think that he'll be able to pull off this win and beat his former team. So I'm gonna rock with Pittsburgh Steelers to win that one. Let's get into the 4 o'clock games. I want to save my game for last. The 4 o'clock games, we got Carolina Panthers versus Arizona Cardinals. Ain't really too much to say on these teams. Carolina looked bad. I guess Kyler Murray and them looked okay. I'll go with Arizona to win that one. Next 4 o'clock game, Denver Broncos versus Indianapolis Colts. This is a game, like I said, the Indianapolis fans are in shambles because they hate Daniel Jones. They really want Anthony Richardson to start. Denver's defense is solid. If Bo Nix comes out there and plays a lot better and takes control of the ball, not throwing any bad picks or whatever, because Colts' defense is pretty sticky. They look real good against Miami, but then again, Miami looked horrible. I think Denver can pull it off on the road, but this is going to be the battle of defense. So whichever team makes the first mistake, whichever quarterback, if Daniel Jones makes a mistake or Bo Nix, whoever makes a mistake, the biggest mistake is that's going to cost them the game. So I'm gonna rock with Denver to win. I'm gonna rock with Denver to win on the road. Next, we got the Super Bowl rematch. This is gonna be the game to watch in the afternoon. The Philadelphia Eagles go in to play Kansas City Chiefs after demolishing them in the Super Bowl. It could have been actually a lot worse, but they kind of let off on them later on in the game. I want to say Kansas City gets their lick back, but I don't know the. I think Worthy is still questionable, so if he's not going to play, Hollywood Brown is going to get some big targets, but can Pachenko move the damn ball when they run the ball? Can that offensive line hold up versus the Eagles? Because Carter is back. He didn't play. Jalen Carter didn't play game one versus Dallas, but I know he's going to be looking to put Mahomes on his ass with this being a rematch. If I had to take a pick, I'm going to say the Eagles win, but if Worthy ends up playing, I'm going to go with the Chiefs to win because I think that the Chiefs would have what's his name? Adoree Jackson would end up having to guard Worthy, and if that's the case, he's going to torch him the whole night. And I just don't believe that the Eagles' defense is as good as it was last year. We got the 8:30 game for Sunday night: Atlanta Falcons versus Minnesota Vikings. I'm not sold on J.J. McCarthy yet, even though they pulled off the game at the end the other night. It was the Bears. I like what the Falcons got, what they bring to the table as far as the run game, the quarterback being young, and them holding on to the not making too many mistakes, and the defense coming to play. I'm gonna go with Atlanta to win on the. I'm gonna go with Atlanta to win on the on the road. Monday night game. We got two Monday night games. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Houston Texans. I'm going to go with Tampa on the road after that comeback victory against Atlanta. I'm not sold on Houston's offensive line. The receivers looked the suspect. CJ Stroud looked like he wasn't comfortable in the backfield at all. And that defense didn't look as good as I thought it would. So I'm going to go with the Bucs on the road. The next one, the last game for Monday night is the Chargers versus the Raiders. I'm going with the Chargers just because they look both good on both sides of the field. I wasn't I wasn't big on the Raiders on what they did for the game, even though Geno Smith had a good game. I just believe that Chargers could get it done on the road. Now, last game I want to get into is my team, the Tennessee Titans. This was a 1 o'clock game. Tennessee Titans versus the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, I will give it to them. They got a young defense that look good, but what I see that's suspect in their defense is the cornerbacks. Calvin Ridley had 4 catches for 22 yards. He dropped 3 or 4 passes. If he comes out there and plays better, gets us a score, or catch some big catches, I believe that the Titans can pull off the win. If the offensive line, I think Latham, our right tackle, is out, so I'm not sure who's stepping in for him. But that offensive line, if we can protect Cam Ward from getting killed and he can move the ball down and show him why he was the #1 pick, we can pull off the win. Pollard has to hold on to the ball. He made a costly fumble during that game that could have put us up a little bit more that game and put pressure on Denver. He has to hold on the ball. We pretty much got to play perfect on each side. But that defense got to put pressure on Matt Stafford. I know they said he's having back issues. He still went out there and threw for 250 last week against Houston, our a divisional rival. I believe Tennessee gets it done. It's going to be. I hope it's not going to be a close one, but we need to win this game by at least 10 points to show the division that we can compete. And that's what I'm going with, man. I'm gonna continue rocking with the Titans. I'm gonna say we're gonna win every week until once we win, then I'll be more realistic. But until then, I'm rocking with my team till we get a win because we need an early win. We can't start out the way that we did last year, losing all these games by little amounts of points. So my final predictions for this week, I am going to go with the 49ers over the Saints. I'm going with Green Bay over Washington, Buffalo over the Jets, Steelers over Seahawks, Titans over the Rams, Cardinals over Panthers, Broncos over the Colts, Chiefs over the Eagles, Falcons over the Vikings, Buccaneers over the Texans, and the Chargers to close out the week against the divisional rival, beating the Raiders on the road. That's all I got for y'all for the NFL this week. In the comments, let me know what your prediction is for your team. Also, what game will you be looking forward to? Is everybody tapping in to the Super Bowl rematch with the Chiefs and the Eagles? Or are you looking for another game? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel for your latest NFL updates on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and